Hey, welcome. I'm the right thinkers. Thanks for tuning in to check out your boy, P Funk, thinking right out here in the lab. Well, I do what I do for you. So I got something nice for you today. I got a little rant I'm going on. Nothing bad, but a rant again. Maybe you can identify with it. Let's go. Right as a 25 rules to live by. Storytelling. Story with a message. Message and story for life. I give life lessons, and you tune in to receive them. I appreciate it. We got a good thing going. Let's rock. Right thinking mission, and that's what I'm on. Is to enlighten, inspire, educate, and motivate you, the individual, to a higher spiritual level of enlightenment. I give life lessons for that reason. Right thinker's way of life through mental and spiritual discipline. Discipline is important. And when it's spiritual, it's a little added kicked in. So if I use spiritual discipline daily, that will help and guide you to attain your goal of spiritual enlightenment, aka know thyself. Okay? My mission is for all right thinkers to know thyself. I'm doing everything I can to make that possible for you every day. So that's why I do what I do. It's for you. Let's go to question. Do you know you? If you don't, stay tuned. I can help you out with that. When I get done with you, you should know thyself. A person who knows not and knows not that they know not can't help you. Foolish. Disregard them. A person who knows not and knows that they know not, love them. You teach them. They're simple. So you teach them. But they're willing to learn. That's why I do what I do for you. Stay tuned. You know I got you. A person who knows not and believe that they know is dangerous. Avoid them. I do for that reason. A person who knows but knows not that they know is asleep. I can awaken them. I'm spiritual alarm clock. That's to wake you up with knowledge of self. A person who knows and knows that they know is wise. Follow them. All these persons reside in you. Right thinkers, know thyself. Until my app be true. All men in relationships suffer through this problem. Right thinkers, let's talk about listening. Yeah, that's what I said. Listening is the key to mastering right philosophy. If you're not a good listener, you're not going to acquire and get the information that I give verbally to do what you need to do for you. So, well, I listen on it. It's not about what you do, it's about what you learn. That you can't learn if you're talking. So, respectfully, when I'm talking, shut up. Why? I'm saying something that you need to hear. Again, listen. Let's go. Yeah, you learn by listening. That's how I got mine. You hear, you're sensitive, danger, noise, whatever, okay. And you also hear what? Lessons and rules that you're taught to live by, aka lessons, lectures, teachings, whatever it is. But you have to listen. And every time you say listen, everybody swear to God they're listening. Watch. Go along with this. I'm annoyed because I know people who swear they're good listeners and they terrible listeners, but you tell them that they don't argue tooth for nail, so I'm gonna bring it to you. And when they say, you talking about me, yeah? Remember, all my stuff is life, so sometimes I might have to use you as an example. So I don't mind. Been doing it all my life. All right, we have to listen to what gain knowledge. Hearing is learning. Listening to your teachers, your parents, your elders, somebody of stature, somebody who have done something that worthy to listen to. Never your friends. I told my son, if you ever tell me one of your friends told you something that you could have came and got from me, I'm gonna be upset. So don't allow your friends to inform you. No, don't listen to them. We listen to people who give us information. News, radio, daily. Okay? Tape recorders, what headphones we wear. We constantly what? Listen. But a lot of us We think we're listening, but you're just hearing. Hearing, listening, if they separate, they two different things. Trying to break it down for you. I'm trying to be respectful and mindful. I'm really ranting, so I'm trying to maintain. We listen. Okay, the next one is hearing is a sense a lot of us take for granted. Yeah, until when it's gone. Just like that well water. When it's gone, now you miss it. As long as you can get a little something out. So hearing or listening, as long as you tune one ear in and yeah, whatever, going in out the other, that's what they call it. Going in one out the other. That means it's not stopping in between because you're not listening. Hearing is wah 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 wah. Okay, you hear that when you ain't listening. Listening is tuning in, paying attention, and give a person your respect. So when they get finished talking, the best part about a good listener is when the person who's talking finished, you're going to elaborate about what they just talked to you about to show them that you was listening and what drifting off to somewhere else or just waiting for you to finish talking so I can interject and say what I got to say about something totally different than what you're talking about. I listen to others when they speak to me. That's called conversational respect. I'm gonna look you in the eye. I'm gonna give you my undivided. That's not a problem. Why? Because what you're saying, I'm listening to. You got my undivided. Okay, that's listening. If they say, I hear you after you finish talking, yes, you hear what I said? Oh, I hear you. That means, layman's term, I'm not listening to you, but I hear you. Again, it's noise, it's words, it's wah, 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 wah. Why? Because they're not listening. Listening means you giving your ears and your mind to the person who's talking. But when you're doing the talking, you want everybody's attention on every word that comes out your mouth. Really? But that burns me up. When they say, I hear you, or okay, but then when you say, what did I say? They can never tell you what you said. Why? Because they wasn't listening. I use that as a point of reference. I don't just say this. I can prove it when I ask you, what did I just say? Well, I heard you. No. What did I say? Not listening, that's the whole point. In most marriages, most relationships, most disagreements in relationships is because one or both parties don't know how to listen. If you're talking and I'm waiting for my turn to talk, I'm just wanting you to get done. Why? So I can say, I gotta say, expect you to listen to me. That's the problem. Listening is like love, respect, and two-way street. Or I threw this with it. Or bisexuals go both ways. Conceptually, it should be reciprocated if given. Like anything else, that's the point. So yeah, if you're talking, I'm listening. If I'm talking, you should be listening. That's the conversation. If I'm talking and you think about something else, you got something you want to say because you want to say this, so you're not listening. Therein lies the communication gap with most people who had on those problems. It happens every day, all the time. All right. But now, if you know you want to be listened to when you're speaking, wouldn't that be common respect to do that when the other person is talking? So if you want me to respect what's coming out of your mouth, but you're not going to respect what's coming out of mine, it won't work that way. Trust me. I use this. If what I'm saying is irrelevant to you, guess what? What you going to say is irrelevant to me. So we ain't got to talk. Simple as that. I'm not going to check that. I don't care. Why? Because I'm not going to show you what you're not showing me. I'm not going to give you what you're not willing to give me. We ain't got to do that at all. Simple. Well, that's what sometimes it ends up that way. And if you think agreeing to disagree is a good way to cut, moving on. If you know you want to be listened to when you're talking, you should get the same respect when the other person's talking. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Well, no, I don't want to make a situation. I want to just make it clear so that you understand. I can repeat back to you what you say to me. No, I'm not a parrot or a recorder. I just pay attention and I listen when somebody's talking to me. That's why. Okay? How many people can say that? But they all tell you, I be listening. Again, it feels good. And after you speak and you talk, you run your mouth, you think you're doing something, and you giving information. Like I'm trying to give a lesson, I'm trying to make a point, get a concept across. And after you finish, when the person or people you're talking to from listening to you at a certain point in time, and the first thing that come out of that person's mouth after you speak is what you was talking about. Bam. Yeah. Now we can convert it. Now I'm willing. If it's a criticism, if it's I don't care, but I'm gonna listen. Why? Because you listen to me. That's just respect. Listening, respect. No, hearing ain't listening. That's the point. We have two ears for a reason. We should hear twice as more than what we say. Talk less, hear more. No, not hear more. Listen more and talk less. Most of us want to talk more and listen less. Why would somebody want to listen to your nonsense? Two ears, excuse me, two eyes to see. hmm Then the one eye, excuse me, I say the two eye, but we know about the third eye. But the two eyes to see outward, you got two of them. You don't need but one to see in. Okay? But you get two ears to hear twice as much as what the mouth can say conceptually. That's just what I'm about to do. I just do that in there. All right, hey, watch this. You have a pair in your body. Mm, mm, mm. Oh, we have pairs in our body for a reason. Learn them, understand them. Okay, the body is made up of for a reason. Physically constructed, perfect. So you need to understand certain things about the body. Okay, watch this. Oh, hearing is a sense, one of the five senses. Okay, once you smell something, then you see it, and if there's some noise, you get to hear it. So a little bit down the totem pole, but it's also significant. Why? Because if you take your hearing away, life will be a struggle. Okay, so but hearing is a sense, okay, that we use again for survival pretty much on a day-to-day basis. We gotta live with that. But listening, hearing is being able to hear sound. Listening is the mind focusing on what's coming in from the ears. Okay, so it stops in between. It don't go in this one out the other one. That's the concept. Okay. And listening is a skill that you need to learn and even more important, master. As a right thinking, master listen to your lessons, your teachers, and anybody else when they're speaking to you. That's conversational respect. You show that because you want that. But if you give it and don't receive it, then you can make the point. But if you're not giving it, you got no kick coming. And probably they doing it to you because you do it to them. If a person doing something wrong and you doing it, you just as wrong. So you can't prove a person wrong by doing what they do when it's wrong. I take pride in being a good student. That means I listen, I pay attention, and I retain the information that's given to me because I'm paying attention and I'm listening. Why? Because I listen to my teachers to learn and I also teach. So when I'm being taught, I'm all ears. When I'm teaching, I expect those listening to be like I was, all ears. That's a good student. That's all. Yeah, I'm not exempt. I do the same thing. But conversational respect is paying the person who's talking to respect to listen and not just hear. Moving on. Listening is a valuable aspect of your personality. Use it to your advantage. Why? Because that's how you can learn and better yourself. That's what worked for me. A lot of stuff. I read a whole lot of books. Yeah, that's cool. But I also pay attention and listen to lectures and people who got the information like I do. You can expound on it and you can learn from that. That's one. Moving on. Yeah, I got to get this over. All right, here we go. If I'm interested I'll listen. And that's like anybody, human nature. If it interests you, yeah. A lot of stuff don't interest me. So I will not listen to a lot of stuff, a lot of people. It ain't personal. Okay? If I'm interested, I'll listen. If not, I will hear what they're saying. Again, that's me telling you, I'm not listening. I hear you, but I don't really listen to that nonsense. And as a married man, we know that, yeah, baby, I hear you. Yeah, I hear you. Ain't heard nothing. Well, you heard it, but it didn't mean nothing. I mean, when they went out the other, that's hearing, not listening. Okay. I won't hold a conversation with you with any useless people where I'm not going to argue. I'm not about debate. I don't do that. I'm way past that. So I don't have time for that. So just I don't waste my time with useless people who just want to what? They want to talk. They want you to hear them. They want to do all the talking. They want to commentate the conversation. They want to lead the conversation. They want to do all the talking. And little time, few minutes you get to do talk, they ain't listening to you. They hear you, but they're not listening. But they expect you to listen to them. Terrible people to conversate with. I don't waste my time. That's what I said. We got nothing in common. I ain't got to talk. I give 100% attention at all times to who? To whomever is addressing or talking to me. That's just respect. I got a problem listening, not a bit. Listening don't mean you got to do, you got no. Listening means just that. Listening. So I don't have a problem with that for nobody. So a child, I'll listen. Mhm. Why? They deserve the same respect. I was talking to them, I want them to listen to me. See, age. Oh, I'm just no. Fair is fair across the board. Okay. Now, I will listen to whomever's what doing the talking. I know truth from lies, so I can use my discernment to decide what you're saying is what it is. But I'm going to listen. In order for me to do that, I have to listen again. So see, it all works hand in hand. If you, if what you're talking about is of no interest to me, I'm just hearing you. I'm not listening to you. You're like the peanut gang teacher. Wah, 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 wah. Okay? Like somebody had headphones on. You talking to them, and whoever's on the headphones playing in their ear, but they're looking at you and they're like, huh? What? Oh, okay, yeah. Ain't could care less. Again, that's hearing. And they ain't even hearing you. They're just watching you mimicking your mouth. All right? They even care what you're saying. Understand that. But when they talk, they want you to stop, take their headphones off, and hear what they got to say. If you're not in If you're not a truth teller, I mean, if you one of the people who just do a bunch of a liar, okay, your words have no significance, no meaning to me either. Another thing, I don't have to listen to a bunch of lies, a bunch of jibber jabber, gossip, and unnecessary stuff that don't serve me. I will not listen to that. I hear it, but I just again going in without the other. When we learn to stop that, that's personal. I ain't telling nobody what to do. But if you want to be a better you, some of the things you can't do. That's what I'm trying to explain to you. If you want to be a Muslim and you want to eat pork, that ain't gonna go. Why? Because there's some things you got to follow, some rules you got to adhere to. If that's what you want to be, that's all. So, to be a better you, these are things that you have to do for you. Moving on. Now, I'm a I'm a fair man. Okay, I'm willing to listen. Again, I will listen to what you have to say, but to a point. Again, once discernment kicks in, once logic and rationale kicks in, and your conversation ain't following, I'm going to let you know we ain't doing this. What? It's no use, no point. That's why. So I'm not an arguer. I'm not a debater. I'm a listener. I'm like, I'm tired of listening what I'm hearing, or don't like what I'm hearing. It's like, yo, why? Don't waste your time. You ain't got to tell me no more. Why? I ain't interested. Last one, wrapping it up. Be a good listener. Right, thinkers? That's my whole goal for y'all. Listen. Be a good listener. Why? Because if you're a good listener, that means you're paying attention to what's being said to you. That's how you acquire knowledge and information. Listening. So be a good one. I'm a good listener. When? Until what? Until what I hear is not worth my time. I will let you know. Trust me. Again, I'm not gonna let you just keep. No, oh my man. Whoa, whoa, whoa. I'm gonna cut you off. Simple. Okay. I love learning about what? Reading books. And that's what I surround myself with. I'm gonna start doing that. Good stuff. Once I get in it, I'll let you know. Okay. It's Egyptian Mysteries, Volume 3, The Priests and Priestesses of Ancient Egypt, and Living the Tradition of Netarian Culture and Mystical Spirituality. More knowledge I can share. That's why I do what I do for you. I got you. All right, let me just, oh man, look at that. All right, I'm sorry. All right, yeah, I love reading books, but yeah, I also love what? Listening to a good speaker, a good master teacher. Why? That's how you get information. Listening. I learned most of my knowledge from what? Listening. I used to travel lectures back in the day when the lecture circuit was hot. That's what I was on 20, 30 years ago. So now all you got to do is get in front of YouTube on, find a lecture, and you ain't got to go nowhere. I love that aspect. I'm still getting the information. I ain't got to drive 2 or 3 hours and secret now. Yeah, Joe sent me. Back then, it was crazy because you had to do some stuff just to get knowledge. So I don't know what that was about. I'm looking back. So we did some stuff just to get information because it wasn't prevalent. It wasn't easy. Okay, so yeah, it's funny now. It's different. All right. And I learned most of my lessons from listening to lectures from master teachers of their craft. Dr. Ben, John Henry Clark, Ivan Sertima. These people who in their day I was following. So yeah, I've been doing it for a while. I listen, watch this. I listen, so now I'm doing what? The teaching. Why? Because if I listen and get my knowledge and understanding, I can't teach. I teach only what I know. And from listening and learning, I have a few things I can tell you about. Trust me. Last one, I appreciate you. When I hear the truth, like anybody else, I use it first to show you the book. I'm in there getting knowledge. And first I'm gonna do is read it, go through it, comprehend it, try it out, and then I'm gonna bring it right to you. Right? So the first thing I do, and then I teach it to those who are willing to what? Listen to me. That's spirituality. That's the truth. That's what I teach. That's my time. I got to go. I got some more for you. And I'll be back.